Jesse Lingard's wage demands have been revealed, and I'll be honest, they are divisive. They are divisive. They have split people right down the middle. I have seen all manner of arguments going on across Twitter. It has been a crap storm, may I say. It has been bonkers. It's been bananas. And this is why I bring it to you. I want to know your opinion on this, because I've seen a lot of pros, I've seen a lot of cons, I've seen a lot of arguments, but I want to know what the people think, because Twitter is difficult to gauge. It's a mess, right? I would prefer to get people who actually know what they're talking about. So I come to you, the Hammers Chat community. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the show. Hope you're well, hope you're all good. Hey, first game of the non-season. Now, officially, I know the Premier League ended a little while back, but of course the Champions League final was last night. Congratulations to Real Madrid and all that. I know you've been waiting for me personally to say that. Carlo Ancelotti, as a fellow great of the footballing game that I am, congratulations, you're welcome. If you didn't watch it, masterclass from Madrid. They absolutely did Liverpool in. Not going to lie. They absolutely did them. Impressive. You've got to respect it at times. You've got to respect it. And look, no more football now until, 2 days' time when the international start or wherever it is. And I know, again, a bit like the Lingard thing, that's a divisive thing. Some people will, some people won't watch it. But Bowen in the England squad, Rice in the England squad, kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And if you're not, hope you're looking forward to whatever you do in the meantime. It's the summer. Relax until Jesse Lingard's wage demands get revealed, because then no one can relax. This is coming by way of ex-West Ham employee over on the West Ham Way Patreon. It comes highly recommended by Hammers Chat and myself, of course. And unlike usually where I do a video and I'm quoting The Sun, and I'll practically just read you out the article so you have all the information because it's The Sun. This is X, good guy. I've met him. He's a nice guy. Hello, X, if you see this. All right, mate. So we... Go subscribe, go check it out. I'm not going to give you the exact beat for beat wording because I think that's probably taking the mick a little bit. I'd highly recommend you go check it out. But basically, X has destroyed West Ham Twitter for a bit with this one. Jesse Lingard's wage demands, his people speaking to our people, they're asking for 180k a week. That's the current state of affairs. Now, there's a couple of things to say about that. £180,000 a week. First one is, imagine earning £180,000 a week. Mad. What would you even do with that sort of money? Second thing is to say, of course, when you go into negotiations, you start high and you meet somewhere in the middle, right? So they might be saying 180k and wanting somewhere low. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Obvious things to say. The obvious things to say is, of course, he is a free agent. So it's not just like he's coming in and saying 180k a week regardless of everything. No, because there is no fee involved with a club. There is no Manchester United fee. It's not 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 million, whatever it would be. He can get more money out of the club because of that. His agent can get more money out of the club that way. That's the way these things work. That's completely commonplace in football. And the other thing that's commonplace in football is bonuses. And that's something we don't really talk about too much as football fans. We like just one solid figure. We like integers, to use a math term, right? We want just a single number to tot up, to do the net spend and to argue about and everything else. So that's why this 180k figure just blowing up everywhere. It's just people going crazy, right? But with bonuses, actually, the base rate quoted by X is approximately in the sort of 125 to 140k range, somewhere in that, with bonuses topping it up to that 180 figure, which is still kind of mad. It's still wild. What? That's just a huge astronomical figure. Now, obviously, we knew he would want a lot of money. That's just clear to say. He's at Manchester United. He's one of the biggest clubs in the world. He's an incredibly good footballer. He's proved it with us before that he has all of the technical ability to be a game changer for any club, probably in the Premier League, to some extent, outside of like Liverpool and Man City. But even then, you're saying Liverpool want one on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, he's a game-changing player, right? But for West Ham specifically, I mean, unless I'm forgetting someone, 180 would make him very, very comfortably the highest earner in our history. I think I'm right in saying that. And now, obviously, we have Noble, Yarmolenko, Fredericks leaving. There's more money there. But talking about Yarmolenko specifically, he was on what? He was the highest paid player, I think. And it was always quoted at the sort of 120 to 140k range going up to. So That's a lot. That's like 1.5 times the amount. Like, wow, that's astronomically large. Now, again, you might be saying to me, well, it's 180, but we're not just paying him 180 times as with bonuses. So if he's not performing, actually it's going to be at the base rate. So for sake of argument, let's take the lower of those two figures, the 125 to 140k range. Let's say 125 for sake of argument. Let's make it easy. If he's not performing and he's earning 125k a week, what's the difference between him and Yarmolenko? Do you know what I mean? And here's my concern about it. Because Jesse, as a player, I think I have two opinions on this. The first one is that Jesse Lingard is an incredible footballer. Loved him the first time. We all loved him. That's why this is so juicy, because we've seen him, we know him, we've loved him before. And I was fully one of those people when he joined the first time on loan. We did a compilation video where we all gave our opinions on Jesse Lingard signing, and I was like the most positive about it. I have always rated Jesse Lingard. I think Jesse Lingard is a very, very, very talented footballer. And under most circumstances, you go, do you want Jesse Lingard at West Ham? I would go, hell yes, I would want Jesse Lingard at West Ham. But those wages make it very difficult to move around other things, because it's not just Jesse Lingard we need. Now, Jesse Lingard would solve problems, I don't know how much of one. I mean, it's essentially a straight shot swap for Yarmolenko, except we're losing money. It'd be a straight swap for Yarmolenko at that point. But I would significantly trust Jesse Lingard coming off the bench than Yarmolenko. But you can't be paying someone that much money and expect them to be on the bench. So whoever's going off, probably you would imagine Lanzini or Ben Rama in this case. Do I trust them as potential game changers? A little bit less, but probably still more so than Yarmolenko. So there's a net benefit there. He provides something we want and need, which is a bit more attacking impetus in those areas, a bit more threat in those areas. He has good passing, but he's also got a great long shot on him. But if I'm looking at it from the negative standpoint, and I can't not do, because again, the figure is so high that you sort of need to look at it holistically, and that's that he's 29 years old. We're paying potentially 180 grand a week to a guy who's 29, 3 to 4 year deal. You're talking someone who's 32, 33 at West Ham on 180k a week, which is far from sustainable for us. And then on top of that, we just don't know if he's going to have that same impact. We've changed football since then. We've changed style. We've changed tactics. We've changed formation. I'm confident he would come in and do well, but to the absurd degrees of before, I have my reservations about that specifically. He's clearly got the ability to do that, but will he? I don't know. That was an insane patch of form he was in, and even then, towards the end, we saw a largely ineffective Jesse Lingard. It's difficult. It's really, really difficult, because it's such a huge figure that by going for this, it can potentially stop you from going for other things. I am always of the opinion, Arnautovic is a great example. Whenever we got linked to him post him leaving, and it was something Rebecca said to me once, and she said it perfectly, and I've always quoted her because of it. Don't look at the old Yarmolenko. Don't look at the old Arnautovic. Sorry, not Yarmolenko, Arnautovic. Look for the new one. Look for the new Arnautovic, not the old one. And I think that's such a truism, right? I think it's just fact. I think you just should be looking for the new Jesse Lingard and not the old one. But we know he's going to come in and do well. We know he's got the squad status. If you're not looking to upset the apple cart, I see this a lot on Twitter when we're talking about what we need this window, and people are saying we need 6, 7, 8, 9 players. We need all these things. You've seen what happens with the likes of Fulham and people like that. When they come up and they buy 9, 10 players, the squad goes completely unsettled. They go straight back down again. I don't think that's necessarily what we need. And with Jesse Lingard, there's a guy who fits in perfectly with the squad, who was really liked within the squad, really good friends with Declan Rice. This is someone who's going to come and fit straight in again. and someone who, you know, David Moyes trusts. And that's one thing you can't say about the likes of Nikola Vlasic. I like Vlasic. I want to see him succeed. I still think he could succeed at West Ham. But David Moyes would 100% trust Jesse Lingard over him. And so to that extent, he instantly gets a leg up. But then I keep coming back to that figure of 180k, and I do not know how to deal with this. Do you? Let me know in the comment section below, because I honestly haven't got the foggiest. I haven't got the foggiest. 180k. 125, but 180k. You could get like Adam Hlozek on loan and then someone else on top of that for that kind of figures, you know? I don't know. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. I will be reading every single one because I don't know. I need people's opinion. I need to hear some smart, thought out vibes. That's something you don't get on Twitter, and something you do get in the Hammers chat comment section. So let me know in the comment section below, and subscribe to the video if you haven't while you're here. Hit the bell notification icon, because don't think because the season's over we haven't got stuff coming up. My lord, do we? Gio just did a video on how the squad looks like. He's out here doing Photoshop. Fair play to the boy. He's been doing bits. You got to respect him, right? We've got tons of stuff that's coming up that's super interesting, as well as all your transfer latest if you want that. So hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any of that, and like the video while you're here because it helps us out massively. Thank you for watching. Come on, you Irons, and I'll see you next time. 180k, man. Imagine. I would buy the most sausage rolls. Didn't need to add that in at the end, but I have. See you later, everyone. Bye.